really special treat for you. But it just made me wonder, how do you handle it when people go after your wife like that?
But I don't look at this stuff either. I cannot. If I do, it really gets to me. But, I try not to think about it too much. That's why I don't scroll social media looking at the comments. I can't do that.
But I was really interested in what you do in your role.
They said, what do you love to do? What's something that you love to do? I know this felt like I want to do something just a little bit different. As the first gentleman of South Dakota, you want to do something kind of different than anybody else ever done. Is so crucial. Chrissy got money apportioned to broadband, more wider broadband coverage in rural communities, and so all these small communities will be upgraded with broadband coverage so that people can move there and can do business remotely there.
We have a unique tradition of every time a governor is elected, that there is a special doll, if you will, that's designated for the first lady. And you being the first gentleman, you probably didn't have a gown designed, right?
Right in the bottom, there's Bryon.
That's fantastic. Everybody's asking this question. We sent out, what questions do you want us to ask? And at the top of the list was, there is a rumor.
We're too wrapped up in social media and what people think about us, and we do not listen. And I think if we would focus on and hone in on those kind of things, start caring about what other people said than cared about what comes out of my mouth. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care what party you're part of. It doesn't matter.
And it's families like you, it's people like you and Christy who are taking the charge and being just great examples of what we can do individually in the day, in the moment.
You do. Thanks for having me on today. It was a pleasure. I love this kind of stuff. I love talking about real life stuff.
Well, that is our show for today, ladies. Join us next week for another really great interview on the Moms for America podcast.